Hi, Edie. I'm Kacey Musgraves. Welcome to my home here in Nashville. Come on in.
I've got the cowboy hat on, which means we are heading back to Tennessee this week and rating 6-time Grammy Award winner from Golden, Texas, singer-songwriter Kacey Musgraves' Serene Nashville Retreat featured on Architectural Digest.
This is my fun little entryway. There's a lot of little tchotchkes and things here that mean a lot to me. With this house, I've tried to really embrace a minimalistic style. And that's hard
okay, I was not expecting this.
I go that remind me of a place I was in or whatever. So this kind of area is dedicated to the collections of things. I've got a lot of my crystals here. I really love that you can own a piece of the earth that's millions of years old. When I zoom out, that kind of blows my mind. And a lot of this stuff I found just at antique stores, estate sales. That's one of my favorite things to do.
So last week we reviewed Ashley Tisdale's house, where she made her husband drive last minute to buy 400 books to fill up her shelves before AD arrived. Now Kacey says she wakes up with the early birds on Saturdays scouring estate sales for cool pieces. Are you more of an Ashley Tisdale or a Kacey Musgraves when it comes to filling up your shelves? Hey, I'm not judging. Whatever works for you.
This room is one of my favorites in the house. The color is called Dead Salmon, which is kind of a vibe, I guess. But I wanted everything to be the same color of the ceiling. I love a monochromatic moment.
These monochromatic rooms are very in right now, but when done poorly, they can come off as bland and boring. So, how do we prevent that? Step 1, just because it's monochromatic does not mean you should just use one take of a color. Let's say you want to go with gray. Okay, use gray. But now add silver, charcoal, smoke, steel. See, it's all in the same family, but the various shades create visual stimulation. It now goes from uninspiring to visually interesting. From there, you need to complement the color scheme with textures and prints. Textures are going to add interest through uneven surfaces, and they should vary. You can do this with throw pillows, rugs, window treatments. Also, you can totally incorporate other colors. I saw she had a piano along one of these walls, but black, whites, and woods in particular are a good complement to a monochromatic design. As long as about 90% of the room is the underlying color, you'll be good to go. Also, make sure it's a color you really like because it's pretty hard to redesign once you've committed to the color.
Watch your steps. I love a sunken living room a lot. This house was very different when I moved in, but I instantly felt drawn to it. There's a lot of craziness in my life, so I really wanted a really serene space to come home to that felt kind of honestly, a spa.
I guess Kacey's fully embracing the monochromatic look. I like the music room. I like the kitchen. This room works too. She's using white as the base, but then working in these complex creams, which are on the warmer side. So you've got the base color, tons of natural light, these tone shifts, enough color with the furniture, the greenery, lots of texture and all the different materials. The way it's all incorporated makes the space feel cozy and inviting. So instead of a boring, bland white room, it's now a space that can inspire you to win a 7th Grammy. It's simple, but it works. It's also the complete opposite of Taylor Hill's house in Nashville, which I didn't expect.
This bathroom is basically exactly how it was whenever I moved in. And what's interesting, if you'll notice all the nude sketches kind of from floor to ceiling. In the house that I was in previous to this, an idea that
Kacey was previously living in a 1,200 square foot home in Nashville that was 100 years old, but put on the market in 2020 for $395,000 and then upgraded to this house, which was $2 million. Not a bad upgrade.
We are in my bedroom. I feel like I spend most of my time in here. This is my favorite place to be. I was in love with the shelves, but this room was really dark green. I've totally changed it. This piece of selenite.
This house was originally built and owned by Louisa Pierce, who was living in New York with her husband, but they decided to move to Nashville to raise their kids. After going to so many open houses and being completely underwhelmed, Louisa decided, even though I don't have any professional experience, I'm going to design and build exactly what I want. When the house was finished, she had a dinner party that included one of her best friends, Emily Ward, who was blown away and asked Louisa to decorate her new place. From there, the two decided to open up shop, creating Pierce & Ward, and have since designed for some of the biggest names in Nashville and Hollywood. They actually just finished Leonardo DiCaprio's beach house in Malibu. If you search Google, you can actually see how Louisa had this home decorated originally. It was completely different, night and day. Very traditional, almost like vintage Gothic. I know Louisa's the famous designer, but in my opinion, this looks better. Search it on Google. You decide.
It feels so serene. I feel like I'm in a spa and I really love it. This is the first house I've ever put my creative kind of mind into, and it's the first time I've ever been able to like express myself like in a home sense. So it was really fun for me. But
to me, this had a very similar vibe to Ashley Tisdale's house. I personally preferred Ashley's furniture and backyard, but I like the architectural detail and character of this home. Ashley was an 8.1, so I think I'm going to go with a 7.7. 7.7 stars is the score. We're now 2 for 2 in Tennessee. I'm happy with you, Nashville. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like, subscribe. But for now, I've got to get off this merry-go-round. Enjoy your golden hour. I will see you guys on the next video. Adios.
Thanks.